while people hop on. Let us know where you're watching from. Hi, Julia. Melissa and Trish. Hi, everybody. We've got Georgia, California, Nevada, Montana. Hi, Debbie and Kelly. All right, everyone, we're going to go ahead and get started. We have a special guest with us today. Brendan from EasyCare is with us, and he is going to talk about the new Easyboot Remedy.
All right. Well, thank you for having us back, or having me back again. It's always a pleasure. So looking forward to talking to you guys about this new product that we have. So
very good. So keep commenting, everybody. We always love to hear where you're from. We want to hear all of your questions as well. I think this is going to be an awesome solution for soaking feet. That's going to make things a lot easier. And this is hot off the shelf. So we are excited to share all the details with it. So make sure you comment. Let us know where you're watching from. We'll be giving away two of the boots. So we'll have
Yep. All right. Well, I'll go ahead and get started if that's all right. Once again, I'm Brendan Coulter with EasyCare, and we're going to talk about the Easyboot Remedy. It's a new line for us that we literally just launched. It's something that's been in the works for a while. I've been with the company for about 2.5 years, and one of the things when I came on that I noticed is that one time we had a soaking boot, but that we were no longer manufacturing it, and so we always felt that it was an important product to have in our line, but really, we needed to do something that was different, that was unique, that had more features and benefits. And so we thought to ourselves, what could we do? How could we design it differently? Luckily, our owner, Garrett Ford, he's always thinking, he's always got an idea. And so he thought about it and kind of came up with an idea and visited with us about it. And we just kind of decided as a group that it was something that we thought was worthwhile and definitely worth pursuing and wanted to bring to market. So what we came out with was the Easyboot Remedy. So what you'll first notice about this product is that it looks very similar, and it's made in the same type of construction that, say, a dry shod chore boot would be made. So anybody who's worked out in the mud or done chores, who has a pair of those type of boots, knows how durable they are, how easy they are to get on and get off, how long they stand up. So definitely was a inspiration for this new product. Some of the things to realize about this product is that there's no PVC in this product. Our former soaking boot was PVC, and and a lot of people, it's been known to be toxic, in manufacturing. Just not a great product to have. So we definitely want to do something different than PVC. So that's where our new rubber construction here came out of. We offer this product in 2 different sizes. We have a medium and a large. This is kind of a medium to kind of give you the size of the footprint there. And then our large is here. So I don't know if it's hard to see both there, but maybe I don't know. There's a difference definitely between those 2 there. So important for us was to have a product that had a good sole on it that would last. Once again, be a strong product that would last for years to come. With that, when we're talking about the sizing of these different boots here, we would suggest, when you're talking about easy boots in general, we've always talked about sizing and fit and how important that is. And obviously on our other boots, we want a nice snug fit, certainly for riding and things like that. When it comes to this boot, it's important that the boot itself have some give and have some looseness to it so that you can accommodate the ice and soaking. And I should back up, in saying, what this boot is really good for. It's great for icing or any cold therapy. It's great for any time that you need to soak, whether it be through Epsom salts or using like a Clean Tracks product, or you're working on a white line disease or something like that. You can actually anytime you need to soak. One of the things that's also different from our original boot that we had, our soaking boot, is that this one actually is a taller product, going up to about mid-cannon on the horse's leg. So you can actually accommodate and soak a little bit more of the leg with this product. But back to the sizing, the medium will accommodate a hoof up to 4.5 inches wide. You can put a larger hoof in that boot, but like we were saying, you're going to want to have space for ice and for liquid to do its work. So that's what we're recommending, is up to 4.5 inches. If you go to a large, we'd recommend up to 6.5 inches for that hoof. Certainly, you can use the larger boot on a smaller hoof if you like. But once again, then you're required to use more solution a lot of times, and a lot more, more ice. So, just keep that in mind. But so the other thing that we want to talk about is, price points on these. When we thought about this, we wanted to make sure we had something that was attractively or well priced in the market. So the map on these products are $34.95 for either the medium or the large, which we think is a great price point to have, for something that you may use often or you may only use every once in a while. So it's certainly an attractive price point there. The other thing to know is that these are sold individually. So if you need to soak 2 feet, you can buy one, and if you have time, you can put one on a hoof and then change it to the next one. Or if you're in a hurry and you're going to do multiple horses, or you're doing multiple types of therapy, and you want to cut down your time, then you can buy certainly additional boots and use them at the same time. The other thing to know about these is that we intend for this boot to be used with somebody being there. The horse should be tied, or the horse should be in hand. They shouldn't be left unattended, because these boots are not made for walking. They're not made for moving in. Once again, they're a loose fit. So therefore, we want to make sure that that somebody's there, watching them and making sure that that the horse is being watched. So I think I covered a lot there, probably very fast. So there's probably some questions, and if you'd like to ask some of those. So,
can you talk? Is there a warranty on them?
Well, all of our products that we have for EasyCare are going to come with a 45-day money-back guarantee and no questions asked. So certainly take it home, use it, try it. We don't have a so many year warranty. It's really the 45-day guarantee. So take them home, use them, and if it's something you're not satisfied with, then certainly just return it, and we'll get you a different product or get your money back on those. So.
Heather was asking, and I'm not sure if she's talking relative to these boots, but she was asking if a horse wears an horseshoe, then what size Easy Boot would that be? So Brendan, maybe you want to just kind of speak to measuring or sizing for these compared to, some of those riding boots and cloud boots.
Sure. The best thing to do is just measure the hoof. We'd like to say that there's some correlation between a size aught horseshoe, but in reality, all brands differ, even on horseshoes. So best thing to do is just to take the hoof, measure it, and decide which hoof boot would work best for you in that scenario.
Michelle asked if a medium would be appropriate for pony size.
Certainly, a medium would be fine for pony size for sure. Yep, you'll be able to get them in, no problem, and it would be a great one. That's what I would choose if I was doing a pony.
When we were talking a little bit before we got started here, and I mean, these are just going to be a great alternative and hopefully a lot less scary and a lot less painful than trying to soak in a bucket. I think that these are, kind of have a rubber bottom, like Brennan said, more comparable to your chore boot. So they're going to kind of move with their foot a little bit as they step down on it, rather than stepping into that hard, rigid surface that they don't like to do. And so I think these are an awesome alternative. And if that Valley Vet ships fast, so this is a great thing that you can kind of have in your toolbox if you do have some horses prone to hoof issues. Otherwise, we have them right here in our warehouse, so they'll ship out same day. So we'll get them to you fast if you need them. You get in a pinch, you need them as well.
And you know, the other thing, like you were saying, is the sole is obviously cushioned, but interior there's some cushion. You can feel, if you know, when you put your hand in there, you can feel that there's some cushion. So it's going to give some relief where, like you said, that hard bucket doesn't necessarily give any cushion relief to the horse, especially if they're out, you know, if they're real tender on that. So this is a nice option for that as well. So.
All right, Kathleen asked, do you put ice and water in it?
Yep, I think if you want to show that picture, might be hard to see there, but yeah, certainly. And that's what's nice about the construction of this product. It's 100% waterproof. So just like your chore boot would be. So it's going to keep the water in that case there. It's not going to leak out. You know, so what you can do is you can put the water in, put the ice in, or you can put just ice in, however you'd like to do that. One thing that's great about this product as well is that once you're done using it, because of the material that we've used, it's going to dry very quickly, and you can put it back away, easy to clean, things like that. So, but yes, certainly ice and water is perfect.
All right.
And we have the other picture while we're doing pictures there. You know, people talk about how you can put them on. We made sure, you know, when we were using these and testing these, that we went ahead and included a pull tab on here, which does help, you know, when putting them on. So we did incorporate that as well as a nice option.
We're back.
Well, and I think comparable to, you know, when you're talking about sizing, you don't have to be terribly specific on these. You know, I mean, think of it like soaking in a bucket. You know, you want, if you're unsure or in between sizes, I think we definitely recommend to go up in size. But I think that medium is probably going to accommodate pretty wide variety. You know, if you've got something that doesn't like to put their foot in something, the large might be give them a little more space for that.
Yeah, and I think, you know,
let's not try that.
Somebody had asked, I think, before this event, you know, about if a horse had an injury, you know, a leg that was sore and how easy it would be. That's where I would say, okay, if you are concerned that if you're not just using it for cold therapy or for just soaking, if there really is a situation where the horse is lamed up and real tender and doesn't want to move a whole lot, then yeah, I probably would go with the larger product, be a larger boot, because it's going to be a little easier to get into that way. But once again, like we said, anytime you use the larger one, if you do have a smaller hoof, you're just going to have more solution. And so depending upon what you're purchasing to use, you're going to have to use more of it to get more coverage. So I would say definitely go larger if you're concerned about the horse, putting it on that way.
Amanda asked if they can be used if the horse is shod.
Yes, I mean, you can certainly use them. I mean, it's like anything else. You're not using these all the time, maybe, or you're not using them. They're certainly not walking in them, and they're not doing things like that. So with a shod horse, certainly, I mean, it's possible. I mean, it is a material that, once again, if you were to put a shod horse in it, if there was a nail out or a clenched out, or something like that, it's possible that you could have, some wear on the inside, but it's not going to have a problem to be able to put it over a shoe,
All right. Diane said, soaking for white line disease requires a seal to keep the noxious white lightning in. Does this boot have a sealing capability?
It does not have a sealing capability. That was a difference in our, in maybe our older style that we had, where you'd have something. Certainly you could. I'm sure there's ways that you could actually put something over top. If you put something up on the leg first and then came over top of the boot itself, once again, would help keep that in there as well. Whether it be kind of a plastic, even a plastic bag or something like that would help. But we don't have an actual closure to kind of seal that up on there, because really that it was meant for soaking as well. But in that particular case there, if you do need to seal it off, you're going to kind of have to get a little creative with that. So
Kyla asked, how would you sterilize the inside after using it?
Well, you can certainly, the product there, because we use, it certainly is going to stand up to a lot of different chemicals because of the soaking capabilities of the boot. So certainly whatever you currently would, sterilize with and soak it, you can certainly do that. Spray them down, spray the inside. They're meant to have liquids in them. So whatever sterilization that you want to use, you can certainly do that with, and then just dry them out, let them dry afterwards. So.
Yeah, I think so.
All right, Chris asked, will it hold a gallon of water for use with clean tracks?
Clean tracks.
Clean tracks.
You know, the larger one, I'm sure would on that size there. I've not actually gone through and filled in. That's a good question, though. We could certainly investigate that and figure out how much liquid. It's really going to depend upon the size of the hoof that you have in there and how much water displacement you're going to have. So, but certainly I would believe that the larger one with a smaller hoof would certainly accommodate that.
Tracy asked if you can use hot water for soaking abscesses.
Sure. Yep. Hot water is not a problem at all in those. Yep. Not a problem.
Beth asked about how hard they are to get on and off, and I think, Beth, you're going to find these boots are going to be about the easiest thing that you can get on and off. They're going to slide in really easily.
Yep.
Kathleen asked if they have Velcro on the back, and they do not.
They do not. Yeah, they're just kind of once again, it's just similar to a to the muck boot style or the dry shot styles without the clip back.
Tammy asked when the taller ones are coming out.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about that. So the remedies that we have, we have two different styles. We have the Easyboot Remedy, which is considered the shorter style that we're talking about, and then we also have the Easyboot Ultimate Remedy, which is the taller version that Tammy's talking about. So I was definitely going to visit about that. Those are coming out in a limited supply. We will have some coming in, probably available next week. We're hoping to have those into our warehouse, and then we have to get them out to dealers, but things like that. But I do have a sample here I can show you. It's not the final sample that we'll have, but the one that Tammy's referring to, and it's kind of hard to see. I don't know. I wish I could bring it back. Let's see what's going here. So it's a much taller version. So the way it's set up right now is it's actually folded over for ease of getting on. And then once you have it on, well, first off, you could soak in it like this. So it's obviously going to go up probably just below the knee, and you can soak. So it will give you a little bit more, height for soaking. But once you get it on the horse and you have that pressure there, you can actually pull up this portion here, which actually gets it right above the knee. So if you need to soak up to the knee or right above the knee, and then what it has on it, each one comes with is a strap that's here that actually can go over the neck of the horse and then come around and actually attach onto the other side, which will actually hold it up. So, or the option for that is, once again, these are sold individually. If you wanted to soak two feet or two legs at the same time, two front legs, you could put both of those on, and then the strap could go over the neck and withers and attach to the other opposite boot. So basically holding up both of those. And then that strap is adjustable. So each boot will come with its own strap that if you want to use it individually, you can, or if you want to pair it with another boot, you can. And just to get an idea, the MAP pricing on those is going to be $79.95 for that larger boot, whether you get it in the medium or the large. It's just like the Remedy. It comes in two sizes on those. So exactly when we're talking about the measurements, again, whether you're talking about the Remedy, the short style, or the Ultimate Remedy, which is the larger style, they're both going to have a medium and large, and the sizing is identical for those, for hoof sizes on those.
Karen asked if this large would fit a Percheron.
It's hard to say. It's the largest one we have. Percherons are pretty big. I would just measure, if you can measure, if it fits up, 6.5, you could probably go, if it goes to maybe 7, you could probably still work on it, still get some therapy and soaking use out of it. Like I said, it will accommodate a slightly larger hoof than the 6.5 inches that we say. But once again, we were planning on having room for the ice in the water. So just gonna have to measure those and see where you're sitting at on that.
These boots are available on valleyvet.com as well. Somebody asked.
Yes.
And the taller ones will be shortly.
They will be as well. Yep. As soon as we get them in. So
can these boots be used on hind legs as well?
yes, they can. Yep, sure can. There's a little bit of different angle, of course, with the hind legs, but it certainly can be used as easily as the fronts on those. So certainly.
You can kind of see that these are shaped a little bit like the angle of their leg, but
Yep.
they're just so much bigger. So they're easy to get on. You're not gonna
Yep.
they're not gonna really be touching their leg, but it just kind of is, rather than trying to soak them in a big piece of rubber or a bucket, it's a little more ergonomic, I guess.
Yep, exactly. And provide that support and cushion that you don't get from a bucket, for sure.
Tracy was asking about a size for her minis. See, the size of this large, Tracy, you could probably soak 2 front feet at one time.
You can get them to keep them that close together. You probably could. Right now, the medium's the smallest we have, and the reason we had originally thought about coming out with a small, but it was going to be very small, and really we just kind of thought that the medium would accommodate. You'd still be able to soak in it. The small would have such kind of a large, or excuse me, a very small range that you could fit in there. So really, it made sense to go with the medium and large.
Yeah. And in all seriousness, like you said, I think the medium, if you were trying to soak a mini's foot, that's not going to be overly huge for them. You'll just have a little more ice or solution, whatever you're looking to soak in there. It'll be like a smaller therapy boot for them. It'll just come up a little higher.
Yep, exactly. So, yep.
Diane asked, I don't know if you said that, how, on the tall boot, how many inches tall is it?
You know, I should know that, but I don't, so I can find out really quickly. So typically on those, you're probably looking at about 20, 26, 27 inches tall on that one.
Okay. All right. Is there any other questions? I feel like everybody's gotten silent and it's going to be about time to pick some winners.
That's right. I don't think there's anything else that I've forgotten on my list that I want to tell you about. No, I think so. That's everything.
Okay.
So we went over warranty cleaning.
Yep. Did you talk about the price of these?
About the price you said?
Yep.
$34.95 is the map on those. And that's whether you get a medium or a large, same price.
Very good.
We touched on that. They're not for turnout, right?
Yeah, Candace asked if there's a way to leave them on for turnout with a foot injury. But Candace, there would be definitely some better boots that we could recommend for that type of, and they're not going to be walking anywhere with these. They'd walk right out of them.
Yep, exactly. Yep, definitely not meant for movement.
Cool.
All right. Well, that's all the questions that we have. So we're going to go ahead and draw 2 winners, and each winner will get the choice of a medium or large boot. So the first winner is going to be Audrey Faye Plummer.
Woo! Congratulations, Audrey.
And the second winner is Kathy Millett. So congratulations to you both.
Yes.
Just go ahead
Congratulations.
and PM to claim your prize.
Yep. Well, thank you, guys.
Well, Brendan, thank you again for joining us. We're excited to roll these new boots out. And as always, if you guys have any other questions after the fact, just let us know and we'll get your questions answered.
Yep. Thanks for having us again. Always a pleasure.
Thank
Thank
you
you.
so much.
Bye.
Before we hop
Bye, guys.
off here, I'm going to remind everybody our Splash into Summer Sweepstakes ends tomorrow. So go ahead and get entered before midnight tomorrow night. So thank you again, Brennan, and we'll see you.
Yep. Thanks, guys.
Bye.
Yep. Have a great. Yep. Bye-bye.